Hi everyone, this is Dr. Avni Ratan. I'm your faculty at Conceptual Psychology, and today we shall be studying client-centered therapy together. So I welcome you all to the session where we are diving into one of the most revolutionary approaches in psychotherapy, which is client-centered therapy, and it is also known as person-centered therapy. So let me start with a question that have you ever been to a therapist who spent the entire session telling you what to do, analyzing your dreams, or fitting you into diagnostic boxes? Frustrating, right? Well, Carl Rogers looked at that traditional approach and said, what if we got it all wrong? What if the client already has the answers? So, this isn't just another therapeutic technique to memorize. This is a philosophical revolution that changed how we think about human nature, about healing, and the therapeutic relationship itself. So, by the end of this lecture, you'll understand why this approach is still incredibly relevant today, even in our evidence based practice era. So let's just start with what is client-centered therapy. So the core revolutionary idea here, or the premise which it was based on, is radical in nature, which is that people are fundamentally trustworthy and they have an inherent tendency towards growth and self-actualization. So think about it like if you plant a seed in good soil, you give it water and you give it sunlight, it naturally grows towards becoming the best plant it can be. Rogers believed that humans they work the same way. We don't need to be fixed by experts. We need the right conditions to grow. Now, let us look at what the paradigm shift says. The traditional therapy, which was in the years 1940s to 50s, we saw therapist as an expert authority. We saw client as a patient with pathology. We focused on diagnosis and treatment, and we saw how therapists would direct the process. Then came client-centered therapy, where therapist was a facilitator. Client was seen as an expert on their own experience. There was focus on growth potential and client directed the process. Let us look at this through a real world example. Imagine Priya, who is a 28-year-old software engineer. She comes to therapy feeling stuck in her career. The traditional approach over here would say that the therapist might diagnose her with adjustment disorder, give her cognitive exercises, suggest career counseling, and create a treatment plan, right? Whereas the client centered approach, here the therapist creates a warm, accepting space. So here there is a warm, accepting space, and the therapist asks, tell me about feeling stuck, and then listens deeply. So Priya starts talking about her father's expectations, her own hidden passion for teaching, her fear of disappointing others, and through this accepting environment, she discovers her own answers. Now, here you need to notice one thing, that the therapist didn't solve Priya's problem. The therapist didn't solve Priya's problem. In fact, Priya herself solved her own issue. So the therapist just created the conditions for that discovery. So the therapist created the conditions for that discovery.